around Central Park. What's going on here? Man, confiscating this guy's bike. It's part of a misguided crackdown on immigrants riding e-bikes for their livelihood. I think this sort of brings up a bigger question. Is like, you know, people get really annoyed. They're like, oh, you know, these e-bikes, these e-bike riders are doing whatever. They're riding on the sidewalks. They're speeding down the street. Meanwhile, I don't think they're there for a joyride, right? None of these people are riding these bikes. They're not really out there because they want to be riding around. It's because it's their work. It's the same argument that taxi drivers have when they park at the bike lane. It's the exact same argument. I'm just working here. Except if you're in a car, you somehow have more value, and versus this guy's blocking a whole thing here. Versus if you are on a bike, cop can pull you over and just confiscate your bike. We're not going anywhere anyway, because it's gridlock traffic up in here. So this is 7th Avenue. It's missing a protected bike lane link. So from Central Park, where you kind of can take a nice car-free ride and get to where you need to go, it just dumps you out into 7th Avenue South, where you are in the middle of buses, trucks, God knows what, with no real safety for cyclists. Oh, there's definitely no room over here. Okay. Oh, hello. I'm gonna go around this way. I can't hear a fucking thing. Thank you. You see that I'm here? All the drivers in their cocoons can't hear anything. Probably don't see. This guy's probably on his phone. These two drivers are just blocking the whole intersection, because of course they are. This truck to my left is aggressively coming, so is the UPS. Thank you all for giving me room to ride. Thank you. And this gigantic truck, and this is why, like, only the, I'm gonna go this way, thank you. So I use hand signals. One thing that I brought back from Amsterdam is hand signals, but I think of them as like New York style hand signals. They're hand signals not meant for other cyclists. They're meant for super dangerous drivers who don't pay attention. And so basically the technique is just wildly gesticulate your hand in a general direction. Wave a lot, hold up your hand, do all kinds of stuff. And hope to God they see you. And I call it the, you know, the New York style hand signal. But otherwise, you probably wouldn't be using hand signals at all. And so here we are now. We're at 50th Street. Made it in 7 blocks. This is a corridor that really should be almost entirely pedestrianized. You can see just how many people are standing on corners, walking on the sidewalks everywhere. Meanwhile, On a given block, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 oversized vehicles, vans, trucks, whatever, parked. And then a couple of lanes of traffic, but really going in here, buddy. And then a bunch of this shit. These guys want to get in. We're all weaving around parked cars and congestion and traffic. Basically, it's just all cars. It's really just other variations of cars. This guy gonna try to sneak into the little space there, because that's gonna get you where you need to go a little faster. Now I have to like get in front of this bus, but this guy's not really paying attention. He's a bus driver. He's focused on his work, driving a bus straight. There's more space here than I think comes across in the GoPro, so it's not quite as tight and crazy as I think it appears. I think, I don't know. Go this way. Thank you. And then we get to a kind of bike lane here. Not really. Oh, no, just kidding. It's a giant truck with all of its crap directly in the bike lane. So this is one of the few parts of Manhattan that has this sort of Denmark style. It's very common in Denmark and Copenhagen to have the sort of the secondary curb, so you have like a raised bike lane. It's not just paint, and it's not like parking protector or anything. It's its own sort of separate, almost sidewalk. Except when it's fucking totally blocked by this gigantic truck. I'm gonna get a head start here, even though the green, there's nothing that's leading in interval for cyclists. I gotta weave through this crap. And then here, let's see if we hit any pedestrians over here. This is again like clearly under, like this whole area should be pedestrianized. I don't know why we have 3 lanes, well 4 lanes, because there's a truck right there. Basically 3 moving lanes, one parking lane through Times Square. And like, yeah, we pedestrianized large, you know, a couple chunks of Times Square like on the left here. But biking through here should be like, could be transformative. Like you can move this from through traffic to like 1 lane, massively extend out the bike lane or the walking pedestrianized space. And instead what they do is say like, they're rebuilding this. There, this guy, I don't know if he's gonna stop. Nope, okay. Not the best idea, but what are you gonna do? And you've got this ridiculous thing. You've got this metal fence post thing that's just literally in the way. I don't know why it's here. It's meant to stop you from walking across this particular intersection, because clearly across the street you can see the blacktop that they're putting down and they're redoing all the stuff. But everybody's got to go around, and so the go around part is literally like non-existent, so you just have garbage. Here there's no bike lane. I don't even know what you're supposed to do here. Thank you. Now I'm going down 7th Avenue because it is a lot faster than trying to figure out my way through Broadway. It is pretty dangerous here. So I'm going to be on kind of high alert, because you've got everything working against you. You're going kind of fast. I'm definitely taking the middle lane here, but I'm sort of behind all this traffic. The 39th now. So this is obviously like the 34th Street. We're going to hit the protected bike lane for 7th Avenue. Why they didn't put it the length of 7th Avenue is beyond me. So you can see here, like, they really should have put a protected bike lane plus extended both sides of the sidewalk quite a bit far out to address the kind of systemic problem of not enough space for people to walk. Look at over here, they have sort of these temporary planter things, which is like, okay, that's nice, but I mean, look at this. Again, you're just sort of cattle car corralled in. You know, 10,000 people are going to cross the street right now. We don't have not enough space for them. This whole area should be pedestrianized down to single, almost like one-way traffic instead of what we have right now, which is 2 ways on both sides of the street. Right, we have 4 lanes plus a bus thing that's supposedly a bus lane that's always blocked. Here I'm sitting in, here you can count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 5 lanes. Now the 2 on the outside are parking, or used for parking. And so you got 3 lanes of traffic. And when there's more traffic, more people drive and more people try to move and weave and do all that shit. If it was one single avenue with 1 lane that was tight, so you couldn't go more than 25 miles an hour because there are curbs on both sides and you ruin your truck or whatever, you would pretty heavily like slow down the speed and probably increase the safety quite a bit. This is not like an ideal configuration. Like, nobody would design this, but it's how it is, and it's so shitty that we're sort of just stuck with it. And it leaves like only the most sort of people who are willing to risk their lives a little bit to ride down this crap. But there's tons and tons of people that would be safer. Tons of people would ride it. All right, and so now we're beginning the 7th Avenue protected bike lane. It starts at 30th Street. 30th Street. We had to go 29 blocks on all of the dangers and risks of 7th Avenue before hitting a protected bike lane. It's like kind of not even that great. I mean, it's okay, but here you can see this garbage in the way. Over now. It's not the best thing to do, but you can see kind of why. It's because when I have to dock right up there at FIT, but if I just go straight here, I got to cut through 3 lanes of moving traffic, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to just stay on the right side here. I can make it 1 block. Hopefully these guys won't speed into me. Hopefully they'll see me. Probably won't. But this is sort of one of the big problems with the DOT is like, cool, you have a 7th Avenue protected bike lane, except we're only going to start at 30th Street. And, oh, the top 30 blocks? Yeah, you're on your own. You're screwed. I don't know why they decided to do that, but whatever. Hopefully they will extend the protected bike lane at some point and save some lives. All right, that concludes this episode. Thanks for listening in.